Welcome to our episode of Hong Kong Brief. Today, we've got some intriguing updates from around the globe and right here in Hong Kong. First off, Chinese President Xi Jinping is hitting the road for his first European tour in 5 years, starting in France. The visit is loaded with expectations, from discussions on Ukraine to economic ties and pressing human rights issues. Then, in a digital leap forward, Hong Kong is set to rebrand its virtual banks as licensed digital banks, aiming to bolster public confidence in these branchless wonders. And, in a nod to the bedrock of Hong Kong's success, there's a call to celebrate the city's common law system more openly, suggesting even a common law education day might be in order. Stay tuned for the detailed dive into these stories. Please continue to watch for more information. In a world where international diplomacy and economic strategies are more interconnected than ever, significant moves by global leaders and changes in financial regulations are drawing widespread attention. One such notable event is Chinese President Xi Jinping's first European tour in 5 years, as reported by Al Jazeera. This tour, which includes stops in France, Serbia, and Hungary, is set against a backdrop of complex geopolitical tensions, particularly concerning Russia's invasion of Ukraine and the strained economic relations between China and the European Union (EU). President Xi's visit to France is especially significant, with expectations running high for French President Emmanuel Macron to leverage this meeting to press China on several critical issues. Macron's agenda likely includes urging Xi to exert influence on Russian President Vladimir Putin regarding the conflict in Ukraine. Macron has not shied away from discussing the necessity of Europe crafting its own security architecture and has even floated the idea of France dispatching troops to Ukraine if needed. Furthermore, the EU's concerns about Chinese business practices, exemplified by an investigation into China's subsidies for electric vehicle manufacturers, underscore the economic dimensions of Xi's European tour. Amidst these diplomatic and economic discussions, human rights issues loom large, with campaigners urging Macron to address the ongoing human rights abuses in Tibet and Xinjiang, as well as the devastating impact of Israel's bombardment of Gaza. Switching gears to the financial sector, the South China Morning Post reports on a significant development in Hong Kong's banking industry. The Hong Kong Monetary Authority, HKMA, has announced plans to rebrand virtual banks as licensed digital banks. This move aims to enhance public confidence by shedding the negative connotations associated with the term virtual in Chinese. This rebranding is expected to bolster the legitimacy and acceptance of the 8 branchless lenders operating in the city, including ZA Bank, WeLab Bank, and Mox Bank. The virtual banks have already made impressive strides, amassing 2.2 million customers by the end of 2020 and doubling their revenue in the first half of 2020 compared to the previous year. This change reflects the evolving landscape of financial services and the importance of public perception in the adoption of digital banking solutions. Furthermore, the importance of legal frameworks in maintaining trust and stability in financial centers like Hong Kong cannot be overstated. Another piece from the South China Morning Post emphasizes the critical role of the common law system in underpinning Hong Kong's success as a global financial hub. Former editor-in-chief Wang Xiangwei suggests that Hong Kong should take the initiative in discussions with Beijing to alleviate concerns over mainland China's influence over the city. By promoting the significance of the common law system and possibly introducing a common law education day, Hong Kong can reinforce the foundational legal principles that have contributed to its financial prosperity. This proposal also underscores the need for Chinese officials to gain a deeper understanding of the common law system, highlighting the intersection of legal education and international diplomacy. Together, these developments paint a picture of a world grappling with the challenges of geopolitical tensions, economic integration, and the preservation of legal norms. From Xi Jinping's European tour addressing pressing global issues to Hong Kong's efforts to adapt and promote its financial and legal systems, these narratives underscore the complexities of navigating international relations and economic policies in today's interconnected global landscape. In the bustling city of Hong Kong, a series of events and developments have been making headlines, painting a picture of a community navigating through challenges and changes. From environmental concerns to educational disparities and shifts in the property market, these stories offer a glimpse into the complexities of life in this vibrant metropolis. One such incident occurred on Clearwater Bay Road, a main artery in the Sai Kung district, which recently faced an unexpected disruption. The South China Morning Post reported that heavy rain triggered a landslide near Wing Lung Road in Hang Hao, leading to the closure of one of the road's lanes. This incident caused significant inconvenience, as a temporary one-lane two-way traffic arrangement had to be put in place. The rainstorm that struck on Saturday was severe enough to cause 15 landslides across the city, showcasing the impact of extreme weather conditions on urban infrastructure. Thankfully, repair works were swiftly completed, and the road was reopened in the early hours of Monday morning, restoring normalcy to the area. Another pressing issue highlighted by the South China Morning Post is the educational challenges faced by ethnic minority students in Hong Kong. Over the past 5 years, only 10% of these students, who studied the city's curriculum, managed to secure a government-funded public university place after their DSE exams. This is in stark contrast to the approximately 25% admission rate of students from the majority population. The root of this discrepancy is identified as the low proficiency in the Chinese language among ethnic minority candidates. Teachers and figures from the ethnic minority community have called for these students to be placed in mainstream kindergartens and for the effective supervision of the funding earmarked to assist them. This situation underscores the need for more inclusive educational policies that address language barriers and provide equal opportunities for all students. In the realm of real estate, the dynamics of the Hong Kong property market are shifting, with mainland Chinese buyers playing a significant role. According to agents cited by the South China Morning Post, up to 80% of new homes in some recent sales have been purchased by buyers from mainland China. This surge in interest from mainland buyers has been attributed to the removal of cooling measures in February, which has led to a marked increase in their participation in the market. The return of these buyers is seen as a positive sign, boosting hopes for stability in the residential property market. In recent project launches, mainland buyers accounted for around 30% of sales, a significant increase from the 17% contribution in Q4 2023 before the curbs were lifted. This trend indicates a growing influence of mainland Chinese investors in shaping the landscape of Hong Kong's property market. These stories from the South China Morning Post reflect the diverse and evolving nature of Hong Kong's society and economy. From addressing infrastructure vulnerabilities exposed by natural disasters to tackling educational inequalities and observing shifts in the real estate sector, these developments highlight the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead for Hong Kong. As the city continues to navigate through these complex issues, the resilience and adaptability of its people and institutions will be key factors in shaping its future. In the bustling and diverse cultures of the Asia-Pacific region, the desire to reverse declining birth rates has become a priority for many governments. However, the approach to solving this demographic challenge often overlooks a significant portion of the population, LGBTQ couples. According to a report by the South China Morning Post, these couples face formidable barriers when trying to start families of their own. Despite the legality of same-sex relations in countries like Singapore and Vietnam, societal stigmas and legal hurdles make the journey towards parenthood incredibly challenging for LGBTQ individuals. In Singapore, for example, the non-recognition of same-sex marriages complicates the process of establishing guardianship over children. Meanwhile, in Hong Kong, a recent court ruling granting joint custody to lesbian couples offers a glimmer of hope, though experts predict its impact will be limited. The underlying issue across the region appears to be deeply rooted conservative values and religious beliefs that shape family life, leaving little room for acceptance or legal protection for LGBTQ families. Shifting the lens to the world of sports, an intriguing development has been taking place in Southeast Asia, as highlighted by Nikkei Asia. South Korean soccer coaches are making a significant impact in the region, bringing with them a dedication to hard work, organization, and teamwork. One notable example is Shin Tae-yong, the South Korean coach of Indonesia's national soccer team, who has led the team to remarkable achievements on the international stage, including a historic victory over South Korea in the Under-23 Asian Cup. Despite finishing fourth, the team's performance has ignited hope for a spot at the Paris Olympics, showcasing the positive influence South Korean coaches are having on the sport in Southeast Asia. However, not all sports-related developments in the region have been met with applause. The South China Morning Post reports a concerning incident in the Hong Kong Premier League, where the decision to proceed with matches despite extreme weather conditions has sparked outrage. The league's credibility came into question after Taipo's title aspirations were jeopardized when their request to postpone a match due to dangerous rainstorm conditions was ignored, leading to injuries among players. The situation worsened when a match involving third-placed Eastern commenced under a persistent rainstorm warning, only to be halted after 5 minutes and eventually abandoned. This disregard for player safety and the integrity of the sport has drawn criticism from various quarters, highlighting the challenges facing professional sports in maintaining credibility and ensuring the well-being of its participants. These stories from across the Asia-Pacific region illustrate a tapestry of cultural, social, and sporting narratives that are both inspiring and concerning. From the struggles of LGBTQ couples striving for recognition and the right to start families, to the influence of South Korean soccer coaches in elevating the sport in Southeast Asia, and the controversies marring the Hong Kong Premier League, each narrative offers a glimpse into the complexities of modern life in this diverse part of the world. Whether it's the fight for equality, the pursuit of excellence in sports, or the governance of professional leagues, these stories remind us of the ongoing challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. In the bustling streets of 1930s Hong Kong, a slim guidebook titled Tourist's Guide, the colony of Hong Kong and vicinity beckoned adventurers from afar. Published by the nationalist government's Publicity and Information Bureau, this treasure trove of travel wisdom painted a vivid picture of a city teeming with shopping delights and cultural excursions. According to the South China Morning Post, visitors were enticed to explore the vibrant Chinese Shanghai Street, a hub for those seeking authentic goods and souvenirs. The guidebook didn't stop there, it extended an invitation to the curious traveler to venture beyond Hong Kong's borders, recommending side trips to southern Chinese cities such as Swatow, Amoy, Foochow, and Canton. For those looking for a unique way to traverse the city, the guidebook suggested taking a sedan chair ride, offering a glimpse into the traditional modes of transportation. Even the opportunity to feed monkeys near Tai Po Road was highlighted, showcasing the diverse experiences awaiting tourists in this dynamic city. Fast forward to the present, and the allure of China continues to captivate the global investment community. As reported by the South China Morning Post, foreign investors have shown an increasing interest in Chinese stocks, marking the third consecutive month of net buying in April. This surge in foreign investment is a testament to the growing confidence in China's economic prospects. Global emerging market funds, previously cautious, have adjusted their stances to a neutral position regarding China's stocks. Esteemed investment banks such as Goldman Sachs, UBS, and BNP have all expressed a more optimistic outlook on the Chinese stock market. This chorus of favorable sentiment underscores the potential seen in China's economic landscape, signaling a promising horizon for investors keen on tapping into the burgeoning market. Amidst this economic backdrop, the story of Grace Choi, a Hong Kong chef turned successful restaurateur in Tokyo, Japan, exemplifies the cultural exchange and entrepreneurial spirit that transcends borders. In 2019, with the backing of Japanese investors, Choi embarked on a culinary adventure by opening her own restaurant, aiming to introduce Cantonese-style food to the Japanese palate. Her efforts to debunk the myth that Cantonese cuisine is overly oily and salty have been met with acclaim. Choi emphasizes that Cantonese dishes, often steamed, are both healthy and nutritious. Her culinary prowess was recognized at the Gourmand World Cookbook Awards in 2019, where she clinched an award for the world's best female chef cookbook. Choi's influence extends beyond her restaurant. She frequently takes on guest chef roles in hotels across Asia, further elevating her status in the culinary world. With aspirations to expand her Choi Choi kitchen to mainland China, Choi's journey from a passionate cook in Hong Kong to an award-winning chef and restaurateur in Japan illustrates the power of following one's passion and the bridges that food can build between cultures. From the historical allure of 1930s Hong Kong to the contemporary vibrancy of China's stock market and the culinary adventures of Grace Choi, these stories weave together a tapestry of cultural richness, economic promise, and individual triumph. They reflect not only the dynamic evolution of Hong Kong and China but also the enduring appeal that continues to draw people from around the world, whether in search of investment opportunities, cultural experiences, or culinary delights. In the bustling city of Hong Kong, a glimmer of hope shines on the horizon for its IPO market, which has been languishing in recent years. According to a report by the South China Morning Post, Citigroup's head of Asian investment banking has forecasted a revival, powered by the innovative and unbelievably huge companies emerging from China. These firms, previously under the radar, are now attracting investors' attention, promising a new era of investment banking opportunities. The Hong Kong Stock Exchange, which saw its IPO proceeds plummet to a 20-year low in 2019, is now poised for a turnaround. Deloitte's optimistic prediction of 80 IPOs this year, aiming to raise a total of 100 billion Hong Kong dollars, $12.7 billion, is backed by Beijing's robust measures to stimulate the mainland economy and the potential for U.S. interest rate cuts. This resurgence is a testament to the dynamic and evolving nature of Hong Kong's financial landscape, offering a beacon of hope for investors and companies alike. Across the globe, in the heart of London, a tragic incident has sparked a call for change in the way Airbnb operates. The Telegraph reported on the heartbreaking story of Kamanan Thiamphanut, whose life was brutally cut short in her £4 million, $5.4 million, mansion in Bayswater. Thiamphanut had plans to let her property via Airbnb, but her dreams ended in tragedy when she was found dead. Her boyfriend, grieving and shocked, has since urged Airbnb to implement stricter identity checks to prevent such incidents in the future. The Metropolitan Police's investigation suggests that the perpetrator has fled the country, leaving behind a family in anguish and a community in fear. Thiamphanut's story is a stark reminder of the potential dangers lurking in the shadows of the sharing economy, prompting calls for more robust safety measures to protect hosts and guests alike. Meanwhile, back in Hong Kong, the South China Morning Post's opinion section sheds light on a significant legislative amendment aimed at protecting the city's most vulnerable citizens, its children. The Hong Kong welfare authorities have taken decisive action to strengthen legal safeguards against child abuse by amending the Mandatory Reporting of Child Abuse Bill. The revised legislation now focuses on cases involving serious harm, reducing some penalties and reserving jail terms for the most egregious violations. This move addresses concerns raised by professionals about the vague definition of serious harm and the severity of the penalties. The government's commitment to child welfare is clear, but the legislation also acknowledges the complexities involved in reporting and addressing child abuse. By exempting professionals who report suspicious cases or who sincerely and reasonably believe that another professional has done so, the bill strikes a balance between vigilance and fairness. This legislative reform is a crucial step forward in the ongoing battle against child abuse in Hong Kong, highlighting the importance of continuous review and adaptation to ensure the safety and well-being of children. These stories, from the revival of Hong Kong's IPO market to the tragic murder in London and the legislative reforms in child protection, illustrate the complex tapestry of global and local challenges. They reflect the interconnectedness of economic opportunities, the dark side of technological advances, and the universal imperative to protect the most vulnerable. As the world navigates these multifaceted issues, the resilience of communities, the responsiveness of authorities, and the spirit of innovation remain key to overcoming adversity and building a safer, more prosperous future for all. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.